Hey! And welcome back to G-Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. Yeah, I know. You're all waiting to hear how court went today. Well, not too good. But then again, not too bad. All the other times that we've had a court hearing on this probate for the past 3 years, they've always extended it by 5 months. Today they extended it only till the 30th of this month. So it's still more than 4 weeks away before the next hearing. And the reason for that was the two lawyers involved in this thing. One is a phony executor, as I call him, and the other one is a phony probate lawyer. He's a divorce lawyer, not a probate lawyer, so they're both totally incompetent. And their incompetence is what caused this delay again. They apparently had an addendum that they needed to file, and they didn't get it in on time, and they missed by a day. And I don't know if that was by design or not, but they're missing it by a day, and it being a stand-in temporary judge today, she just refused their request to pay out the money to the beneficiaries and stop accruing interest like they really cared. And I spoke with one of the other beneficiaries, and she says, yeah, well, at least they're trying to get it settled so they don't have to pay extra interest. I says, that's BS. They don't pay it. It's coming out of the estate. It's not their money. They could care less if it accrues more interest, unless they don't like the fact that we're going to get more money than what we were bequested, because they got to pay us at, I thought it was 10%, but I was corrected and they said 7%. So they've got to pay us 7% interest over all the years and months that, excuse me, caught that sun right out the corner of my eye. Their delays, they have to pay us that interest. So yeah, I did pick up a little bit of extra money out of the whole thing, but because of the delays, that money is moot. It's gone. It means nothing. I'd have been better off if I got the money in the first place and invested it right away. I'd have made a lot more money than having to wait all this time. As you all know, 7% interest isn't a lot of money. So anyway, that's filling you guys in on the court case for today. I'm not super happy about it. It's going to be a tough month getting through to the end of this month, because I was really counting on what Bill's niece's lawyer said, that we would have our money before Christmas. Well, it's going to be just before New Year's now, if they don't screw it up again. That's something you got to keep in mind, that they could screw it up again. But yeah, these two are like Abbott and Costello. I'm telling you, they need to actually be held responsible for the damages they've caused over the 3 years period of time because of their ineptitude. They shouldn't get away with it. It's just not right that they get away with it. They're playing with other people's lives, and they're sitting there laughing about it all. One of the lawyers, who was the executor, the phony executor also, he hired a lawyer because he's too dumb of a lawyer to have handled the execution of the will on his own, or at least that's what they want us to think. My opinion is that they've been in cahoots the whole time, and there's a conspiracy going on, and the conspiracy was to hijack my friend Bill's estate, and it looks like they did a decent job of that. But I'm not going to let that go. That's always going to be in the back of my head. So I wish Bill was still around and I knew what I knew now about these two guys. I would have sent them packing so fast. Had a sit down with Bill and said, you know what? Get rid of these two guys. They're ripping you off. Anyway, that's my opinion. So I'm going to sweat through this next month, and I want to throw out a thanks to my friend Andy today. I let him know right away what was going on because he had loaned me some money to pay bills and get through. And I was hoping to pay him back before Christmas, but now he knows he's got to wait until it'll be after New Year's. The court case is just on the 30th. That just means that if the judge okays everything, there's still going to be another couple of weeks before we get our money. Thank you, Andy, and help take some of the pressure off. And I'll have to see what I can figure out to get through the rest of the month. Sometimes I just feel like sitting behind a tree and crying. Anyway, the female dog that showed up here yesterday was here again this morning. And I called the phone number from the guy who came to pick it up yesterday and said, hey, your dog's here again. And he says, oh, I'll pick it up after I go take my daughter to school. And I said, no. Your dog is fighting with my dogs. You got to come and get her now. She's in heat. And I've got a bunch of male dogs here. He said, okay, and he came right away. And she's gone again. I'll see if it happens again tomorrow. Well, with all of that being said, it's a nice day out here. It's got a little bit of a breeze, but it's near 70 degrees. And Sky Riders marked the spot right over my house here. I don't know what that's all about. And then they put a giant Angels baseball team upside down there, the icon for the Angels baseball team. And yeah, they're trying to do something here. As you can see, got their little sprays all over the place. Still no rain in the forecast though. All right, so since I gave you so much bad news, let me leave you with a small dad joke, a short one, not a long one. Well, if it's not a short one and it's not a long one, what is it? Oh. All right. What is the longest word in the English language? The longest word in the English language. All right, you had a few seconds to think about it. The word is smiles. S-M-I-L-E-S, smiles. You're saying, why is that so long? Well, there's a mile between the two S's. Oh, all right. I got you though, didn't I? All right. Thanks everybody for joining me. Let's see if we can have a better day tomorrow. This is G Bear signing off.